Here we go. We're on.
Okay, so we are November 1st. Crazy. I am like, this year has like flown by, I feel like. So this is our November call, and I'm going to do our Success Club points and a little bit about our new program, Core to Force. Sorry, there's background noise at my house. Our new program, Core to Force, and then I will let Tierney introduce our guest speaker, who I'm super excited to hear from tonight. So for Tierney's team, I'm gonna do yours first, and then I'll do my team. So Jocelyn Belt had 10, Tierney Jeffers 6, Natalie Cardella 5, Lindsay Martinez 4, Amy Fernandez 4, Whitney Beal 4, Jenny Nolan 4, Kara Jane 2, Erica Kelly 2, Janae Mendoza 2, Jamie Veramontes 2, and Katie Rich 1. So great job, everyone. That's awesome. And from my team, Amber had 8, Liza had 8, I had 7, Jessica had 6, Rachel had 5, Allison with 4, Jana with 4, Phoebe with 4, Kelly with 2, Deborah with 2, and Ari with 2. So great job, everyone. Those are all people that are starting their fitness journeys or maybe continuing, and that's really cool, and that's why we do what we do. So awesome job. Core to Force. I don't know if you guys have started talking to people about it yet, or if you tried. I know several people have tried it. It is really, really an awesome program. And I've only done one of them. I actually ordered mine today, so you can purchase yours today, and so can your customers. Definitely go for the challenge pack. It's on sale for $140, and they get their Shakeology with it. Or if it's someone that wants to try the performance line, they can do that as well. So pretty cool. If you're wanting to market it, I'm going to share my screen really, really fast and show you one thing real fast that I saw today, and I shared this, I think, in my team page, and I'll share this in our group team page. This is an awesome, I love her ad for Core to Force. How cute is this? And anyone can do this with a blank wall. That's all she did. Core to Force Fit Group, it's launching. And what else? Let me click on hers really fast and see everything that it says. But you can go check it out. Her name's Nikki Whiting. I've seen a bunch of them out. I've seen a bunch of people do like the little videos of Core to Force. I really like that. I think it personalizes it, and then you can send people the video. I did post the video on my timeline. But see how cute that is? And then she kind of goes into like what her group's going to be. And I think it's awesome. And if you want more information on the actual group or the actual program, I don't know if we have new coaches on here, but a cool thing you can do is go to your back office. I'm hoping mine's going to do this. My Safari is crap lately. Let me get it here. And if you log into your online office under my business, sales and marketing. So you can do business tools or product toolkits. And this is going to have, so I don't know if you've seen I've seen coaches do like a blog post, and it explains the whole program. And I'm almost positive they're copying and pasting from these. I'm almost positive. So these are perfect to do like a blog post, or you could create an event and have all this answered for you on the workouts. So just thought I would share that. There are so many materials back here, FAQ, how to do the challenge group. I mean, definitely check out all of the tools that you have in your online office. There's also success stories, so you can print or you can put pictures with your post or however you choose to do it. So just thought I would share that. That is on sale this month for $140. Think of a date that you want to start a group, team up with someone, and really use that to your advantage. I think it's going to be a top seller for sure. So I think that's all. Tierney, if you want to take it away.
Yes. Yeah, I'm excited about that program. And I'm really excited about Jen. She is an awesome coach and an awesome person, and she just is so real, and I think she's going to connect with a lot of you guys, and she's also just a badass in this business. So we're lucky. And just a few things about her so you know who she is. She's been in this business for 3 years. She is a full-time stay-at-home working mom of 3. She's got 8-year-old, what was your other one? 3.5, and then almost 18 months. She is a 3-star diamond in her first business center, and then a 1-star in her second business center. Success Club All-Star 10 legend, and has hit Success Club 10 or higher for 36 months in a row. So she's got some skills, and we get to hear from her. So
yes.
She is going to talk about Diamond and how she got there and beyond, and give us her best tips and just enlighten us on how to be great in this business. So I'm going to just let her take the floor. I would take notes if I were you guys. I'm going to. And Jen, thank you so much for being on here, and go for it. I'm going to mute myself.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for having me. I was so excited when you asked me. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to just kind of start out with my story. And do me a favor, if anyone, while I'm talking, you can either unmute yourself or in the chat. Like if there's anything that I mentioned that, you have any questions about, please feel free to chime in. So a little bit about me. My background's in physical therapy, so I used to work full-time as a physical therapist. And after I had our second, who's now 3.5, we had made plans that I would just be a stay-at-home mom for a little while. We had put money aside. And then I struggled. I went through some postpartum depression. I was really down on myself. I felt horrible when I looked in the mirror, and I hate even saying that, but I was just really down on myself because I didn't take time for myself to work out. So I had posted on Facebook about wanting to try Insanity, and one of my friends who had just signed up to be a Beachbody coach, she was like, oh, you should try it, or try T25, the new program that came out. So I was very skeptical. She sent me Shakeology sample packets, and I tasted them. I mixed greenberry and chocolate. She gave me recipes, and I made them with water because I was like, I'm trying to lose weight. I don't need to add stuff to these. And I was like, these are the most disgusting shakes I've ever tried. Like, I go to GNC and I pay $25 for a bag of protein. Why would I do this? So, and she kept reaching out to me. She said, well, you sure, the T25 with Shakeology Challenge Pack is on sale? And I was like, okay, I'll look into it. So what did I do? I went on Amazon and I bought T25. And she followed up with me, and she's like, oh, so what do you think you're going to do? I'm like, oh, I just bought it on Amazon. She's like, oh, really? And it's funny because I had no idea that if I bought it through her, that she would benefit from it. And now when people have done that, I don't say done that to me, but I can totally relate because I'm like, oh yes, like if you buy it through me, I can help you. So she had asked me if I would return it. So I returned it, and I decided to do the Shakeology and T25 challenge pack. And it completely changed everything for me. I lost like 22 pounds and 20 inches in the 60-day program. So at that point, I decided, that was in September of 2013, I said, you know what, I want to continue with these shakes. I'm going to sign up for the discount. So I signed up just for the discount, had no desire whatsoever to do anything with the business. But then at the beginning of October, one of my friends was like, well, you've had great results. What have you done? So I shared with her what I did, and she's like, can I try this? And I thought, oh, wait, yeah, you can buy it through me, and I'll help you out. So she purchased it through me, and I just had the biggest high of helping her and being like, oh my gosh, I can help you reach your goals like my coach helped me. And at the same time, Rock the Basics training came out. So I was like, my sponsor coach, Jana, said, do you want to give it a try? And I was like, you know what? At this point, sure, why not? I'll see what this coaching's all about. And I'm the type of person that when I say I'm going to try something, like I'm going to give it my all. So at that point, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to give this a shot. Maybe I'll be able to not go back to work in 4 months like I thought I was going to have to do. So I slowly started posting stuff on Facebook. I shared my transformation, which was really, really hard for me. And I just kind of started sharing of, what I was doing on my journey, some of the healthy foods I was eating, and just people started, I don't want to say flocking to me, but because I was just real and sharing my journey. So it was like a high for me. That first month I got, I think, Success Club 12, and I signed up 2 coaches. Now, my one coach was my husband, and then one was one of my now diamonds, Stacy. I signed her up. She initially just wanted the discount. And then, honestly, I think the reason that I had a lot of success early on too was doing all the training, and everything that I learned in Rock the Basics, I just implemented right away. So I became diamond in January 2014. So like 4 months into the business. But one key thing that I've always done since day one is I run short 5-day challenges that include Shakeology. So I charge $35 for these challenges, and I mail the packets out. I know you can buy the sample pack on the website, but a lot of people, I feel, if they've never tried it, it's easier for them to just pay me on PayPal and I send it out for them. So this way, it's been beneficial for me because so many people say to me, I don't have $140 or I don't want to spend that money. So they do a 5-day clean eating challenge. They get the 5 shakes, clean eating meal plan, workout plan, me as their coach. And, most of them see results, and then they end up buying a challenge pack from there. So I've done a 5-day clean eating challenge every other week for the last 3 years. Now, sometimes I won't even have anyone, but I just always have it on the calendar to run that. I always, always, always ask people after they've done one of my challenges, 5-day or a longer one, if they would post on their personal timeline about their success with me and tag me. Oh yeah, Jody, yeah, that's how you started. So I always ask people to do that because now some people say, no, I'm just not comfortable posting on Facebook, but other people will do that. And then their friends are interested in joining my next challenge. So that's honestly how I went when I started as a coach with, I think, 200 friends to now like almost 1,700 friends on Facebook. It's all, so much of that is from people tagging me on their personal page. So that if that's something you're not doing, I would encourage you for every single challenge you do to ask all of your challengers in a private message if they would mind posting on their personal timeline and tagging you. So I always do the 5-day challenges, and every month I do it depends. Sometimes it'll be a 10-day, sometimes a 21-day, 14-day, 30-day. I always encourage a challenge pack, not just the Shakeology HD, especially anything, any of the ones that are on sale. So I think, one of the main things that I will say to people when they've asked me about my success is the consistency. Like there are times, and I know, I don't know if I know anyone else on here besides Jody and Tierney, but I know they can vouch for this, but that there are so many valleys and mountains and peaks in this business. And, there's times that when you're feeling so low and feeling like you just can't do anything, that's when it's so important to stay consistent. I look back to when I had my youngest, who's now almost 18 months old. I signed up 2 coaches while I was in the hospital for those 2 days after I had her. So I just say that to people, that it was like, yes, I could have just been like, no, I'm not doing anything. But these people had reached out to me. They were interested. And I was like, come on, let's sign you up. So I think just being consistent. And I know for me, as well as a lot of coaches on our team, that when I'm laughing at Jody's son in the background, when anytime any of us are struggling, most of the time it's because we're not working on personal development and working on ourselves. So I know when I signed up to be a coach, I never would have read any personal development books. I was like, I don't need that. I'm fine. I don't need self-help. And now it's like, I know that's one thing I always do is while I'm driving, because I am a stay-at-home mom, so I don't have all this free time. While I'm driving, I always listen to personal development podcasts. I put it on speaker. Half the time, the younger girls, they don't really understand it, but my son will be like, wait, what did that guy just say? So my son's used to me listening to it too. So I do just think it's really important to continue to work on yourself and the personal development. And I know people say this on national wake-up calls, but I know for me too, if you're not following a Beachbody program or a certain workout program and sharing your results, people aren't going to be kind of as attracted to you. Because I know for me, like right now, I actually have been struggling lately. I've just been stressed, not as much in the last few weeks because I've really been working on myself to change things up with my eating, and really excited to work with Core to Force. But I know a couple months ago, I was just kind of feeling down on myself, was not posting as much of, sharing my workouts. And I know that's why there was a little lull in my business, just because I was not being proof of the product. So I really think sharing your journey, your ups and downs with the business, your ups and downs with your nutrition is really important. And adding to your network, I think is huge. I know for me, with a lot of my coaches, when they tend to be also struggling with things and they're like, I can't get enough people, I'll look at their friends list and I'll say, well, wait a second. We just looked at this a couple weeks ago and you still are at like 350 friends. Like, you gotta get more eyes on your page. Trina Gray just recently did something called the Diamond Daily, which they may have shared with you, but that was so out of my comfort zone, adding 10 people a day to my network. But it was huge just because that was 10 new people seeing all of my posts. And I'm sorry, I'm like going on and on. I hope it's okay. So as soon as I send someone a friend request and they accept it, I immediately send them a message because I want to start developing that relationship with them. And I rarely will send someone a friend request that I don't know through someone else or may have met at some point. But I just think it's crucial because you want to develop those relationships right off the bat. And I'll send a message that just says, hey there, how's it going? Thanks for accepting my friend request. I remember meeting you 2 years ago, or, oh, I see we have the same dog, or I know you through Tierney, and just starting a relationship, because then when they see my posts about Core to Force or something else, they'd be more interested in it then because they know me. They know I'm a genuine person and I'm not just someone that sent them a friend request to get them to buy something. So I do just think it's really key and big. Oh, that's awesome, Kara Jane. Yeah, exactly, to just start those new relationships. And I'll tell you that, that I tell so many coaches on my team that that's just key, and you have to really be patient with it, because those people that you're cultivating those relationships with now, 3 months down the road, that's probably when they're going to buy something from you. Like, don't think that you sent them a friend request and you're like, hey, join my group right now. But I can almost guarantee you in a few months, they, will definitely be wanting to join your group. And now I'm sure you guys do this, you may or you may not, but every single month when I'm running a challenge group, and these are usually for my longer ones, I do a public event page, and I do that and invite all of like these new people that I've added to my friends list or other people that are in my follow-up lists. I invite them, and then I'm always posting like 2 weeks up leading to the event, success stories or just transformation pictures. So people are seeing that in their news feed. So I think that's just something really important, kind of an indirect way of inviting that you're not private messaging these people. And also just to let you know, like when I started this business, I did everything from my dining room table. I had no desk, nothing special. I just recently in the last year had my dad build me a desk in our bedroom. So I now have a nice workspace, but it was nice. I just had like my notebooks and everything, but it was always there, and I was consistent and made sure to get my tracker out every single day. And I still think that's key. When some people are struggling in the business too, is just get back to the basics, those vital behaviors every single day. Let me see. One thing that also has worked for me is kind of taking the time on a Sunday for like an hour to schedule. Oh, Kara Jane. I know it's so funny because a coach on my team just asked me this. And here, let me just show you because you guys will laugh. I am old school. So this is just pen and paper here. I know some people, I don't know if it's Teamsy or like other things. I am not big with technology. Like I don't use like a Google Calendar. It's all of mine is like in a planner, and I'm constantly like rewriting my notes. That's just me. Now that's old school, but that's just what works for me. And then I'm crossing people's names off. Yeah, I know, Jody. I just try it, and I'm like, excuse me, that's just like I had a blog for 2 months, and I paid, I think, $300 to Practical Social Media to help set up this blog, put all these blog posts in. I was spending $20 every single month for 2 years, and I never used it. I finally just canceled it last month. I'm like, there was no need. Like, I don't use, I do everything on Facebook. I have an Instagram account, but I was like, I'm too overwhelmed. I can't do Instagram and Facebook. But so I've done everything on Facebook. I have a like page, but I really don't use the like page. I put stuff on it just so I have content there. But everything's pretty much been done through my regular Facebook page. Let's see. I'm trying to think. So once I hit Diamond, when I look back to my business and how it's changed, I think I only have 2 of my original, my husband and 2 other coaches of my original coaches that got me to Diamond, because I think that's so key, and that people will forget that you have to keep adding. I mean, once you hit Emerald, you can't sit there and say, oh, okay, I hit Emerald, like this is cool. I'm going to get some, a bonus here, because next thing you know, next week, that coach on the opposite side, they're going to go inactive and you lose rank. So I have to say I've never lost my Diamond rank because I kept adding. Just keep the cushion there. I went, I think it's important that once you hit Diamond or even Emerald, or just start building a team, to really identify leaders on your team. I mean, Stacy, Veronica, Christina, my 3 diamonds, and then my second business center, like I just worked really hard with them and worked and said, what can I help you do? Constantly checking in with them. One thing I tend to be really personal with all my coaches. I'm always leaving them voice messages on Facebook. Hang on one sec. I'll answer that. Voice messages on Facebook or private messages, just checking in, seeing if I can help with anything. Let's see. Never stop adding. How do you get people to commit to signing up, and who do you ask? So all of my coaches that have signed up with me are from my challenges. They're all people that have done challenges. Some people I'll just reach out to if they've been really active in the challenge group, and I'll say, hey, you're rocking this challenge. You're motivating all these other people. Have you ever thought about being a coach like I am? Now, some people are like, nah, no, I'm not interested. And I think what's key is following up with them, continuing to ask and just say, are you sure? Like, I really think you would rock at this. Sorry, hold on. So I pretty much always ask like all of my challengers if they're interested in coaching. And I'll even say, you know, I don't want discount coaches, but I'll say, and you can get a discount on the products. That's how I started out. But I would rather sign someone up as a discount coach if that's going to keep them drinking Shakeology and keep them working out and on a healthier lifestyle than if they just stop doing Shakeology because they can't afford it. Because I always do say, like, don't discount those discount coaches, since that's what I started out as. You know, I have to say, I thought by this time I would be back to work full time and my 3 kids would be in daycare or with a nanny. So when I say that this business has changed my life, it really, really has. I'm trying to think. Yeah, because I've really never asked anyone other than people that are in my challenges. I do, you know, a sneak peek every single month, just like, you know, the Team Rockstar Fit. I've done the Team Rockstar Fit one as well as our own team, Fiery Nation, which has been fun. And so I always have something to invite people to. Yes, I do the 1 hour live sneak peek. Pretty much the same as the Team Rockstar Fit ones. I just wanted to try and personalize it to, you know, myself and the coaches on the team. The only problem sometimes with that is you don't get as many, you know, prospects on there. So sometimes there's not as many people commenting. Like the Team Rockstar Fit one, there might be a lot of people on there. There was something I was just going to say. Hang on. Oh, well, this is just something I want to share from this past weekend at our Super Saturday. I was at the DC one, and I don't know if you guys know Josh Spencer. He was the 2010 top coach. I think one of the only male coaches that's been top 10. So these are just 5 little tips that he shared with us, but this is something that I often will share with my team, so I thought I would share with you. So as a coach, begin the journey and commit yourself entirely. Either do it or don't do it. Commit to being a coach 100%. And I think this is so key because I can think of so many of my coaches that are like, oh, kind of 1 foot in, 1 foot out. And really just think about it. Like, what do you have to lose? I mean, you can make an extra $50. You can make an extra $100,000 a year. Like, this business truly, truly, it changes lives. Number 2, surround yourself with positive people. Ignore the haters and the negativity. And I know we hear this all the time and we know this, but I think that's so important. I mean, I think of some of my close friends that I've grown up with and I'm still close with. One of them is such a negative person, and I'm still friends with her, but anytime if she says anything negative, I've just learned to kind of let it roll. It used to really get me down, so just remember to ignore that negativity. Number 3, I love this one. Don't rely on others. Take matters into your own hands. Stop making excuses. Take responsibility for your actions. You determine your success and your failure. And I love this one because, so for example, like myself, my upline, she's not doing a lot with the business right now. She's been great for helping me and everything, but I have no upline. Like my whole downline is from everything that I've built. It's all of my coaches and their coaches. And I have to say, I remember when I first signed up and someone was talking to me like, oh yeah, it's so nice. Now I have like 50 coaches in my downline, but I only have 4 personally sponsored coaches. And I was like, what? How does that work? And I had no idea that people like had these uplines that helped build their downline. So I just think that's really important to always remember. You determine your own success and your own failure. So don't ever blame it on an upline or someone above you. It's all about you and taking action for that. Number 4, which I think Jody or Tierney mentioned, patience. Just always be patient in this business. It is so key. Let me see. Before you were Diamond, were you writing your team vision goals before you even had the team? So, like I said, I signed up in October and I became Emerald. And then I did Rock the Basics 2.0 in November. And I think that's when I started to learn about Diamond. And I didn't really know too much about it. Like I didn't know where the coaches needed to be, but I just said, I'm just going to do this. I want to start signing people up. I want to build a team. I want to be successful. So I did have the goal that in November, I said I wanted to be Diamond by January, I think, because at that time, like a prize, $100 if you hit Diamond income. I didn't really share I didn't really share like a vision with my team at that point because I was a little nervous. I kind of felt like, I don't want to share with people like my goals. I didn't want people to think it was all about me. So, but then once I hit 1 star and Veronica was close to 2 star and I was close to hitting Premier, I told Veronica, I was like, let's get you to Diamond. Let me help you. We'll be a 2-star Premier team. So I did share with her at that point, about that. GoPro, that is an awesome book. I feel like, Jody, not a lot of coaches read that. And I feel like they should.
That was the second book I read. And Sharon actually sent me the DVDs, the audio. Uh-huh. So I just listened to it in my car, like while I'm taking my children to their 80 billion places. And it's awesome. It's really based on network marketing. It's all about how to ask people if they would be willing to listen to a call or, to check out. It's really great with wording. I'm actually to it right now.
I feel like I need to pull it back out.
Yeah, but it really made me laser focused on recruiting and getting to that rank advancement. So if you guys are going for it, it's a really great one.
Yeah. Okay, so it's actually 6. So number 5, be prepared to fail. You have to make adjustments. Smile in the face of failure and learn from your failure. And also about sharing your failures with your team. So I really think it's important like that, failing forward, you need to invite 20 people to a challenge and only expect 2 to 3 of those people to join your challenge. And you need to just pick up and say, okay, I'm going to keep inviting these other people. And number 6, never give up. And I like this because Josh Spencer had said growing up, it was a motto, the Spencers never give up. And I just thought that was good to kind of teach your family too, like never ever give up. Now let me just share, and I can add anything else in here too, but that this has not always been the easiest journey. So after I had Brooklyn, I have to say that, Jody can adhere to this, 3 kids is a lot, and it's crazy. I mean, 1 kid is, 2 kids, 3 kids. It was really an adjustment for me since I was used to working my business with 2 kids and used to that schedule. And then throwing a newborn in here, I was like, what the hell am I going to do? So honestly, I had my phone attached to me most of the time. When I was breastfeeding in the middle of the night, I was doing follow-ups. Anytime I could fit it in, because I didn't have every be 5 minutes 12 times throughout the day and get your power hour in. Yeah, exactly. Breastfeeding's. I herniated 2 discs in my back, and honestly, I was in so much pain. It was awful. I was so working this business, and you just have to remember that you're gonna fail. You're gonna have hard times, but you have to just keep pushing through. So I herniated the discs. Then I went through having lice. Myself and Hunter and Reese, we all had head lice, and it was terrible. It was such a nightmare. And then 3 weeks after that, I'd been feeling better, and I went out for a run, and I broke my ankle. And I was like, this is awful. I was in a boot for 6 weeks, and I was ready to just throw everything in the towel. And then on top of that, like, I had made big goals for myself. That was last year. I was like, I am going to be 5-star elite. And I think because the year before I was 2-star premier, that I was like, I can be 5-star elite. I got this. But I had no idea what it took to do that. So it was, ending that year and kind of feeling like a failure. It took a lot out of me. I was like, I'm awful. What am I going to do? But then I just realized that I've already helped so many lives change. I had, worked so hard with everything. I built a great business. There was no reason to give up. And I just share this just because we all have, moments of failure. And then, and then it was tough getting, my second business center to diamond, and then a diamond in there. And I just think you always have to work on yourself, and also remember coaches on your team, or if someone doesn't want to sign up, it's not about you. It's about them. They might not be ready, or they might not be ready to join your challenge group or really work, work the business like you are. So just really work on yourself as much as you can. Trying to think. I know I kind of went all over the place there. Right now, I would say every single day, because my young one, my 18-month-old, is home with me full time. And she's crazy. She only takes like an hour nap, and she's into everything. I make sure my tracker, as well as my like diamond daily stuff, checking in with all my coaches. So I really think every single day doing a power hour, adding to your network, inviting to challenges, and even, I'm sure you guys all run them together, but just don't feel like if you only have one challenger, you can't run a challenge. Just team up and add them to your team's group. I don't know. Trying to think, is there anything else I could touch on? I know I'm kind of all over the place. Or any other questions?
I was gonna ask you, you were about to say on Sundays you take an hour to do something. Was it gonna be like planning your week?
Oh yeah, on Sundays I do social media posts. So like that's when I'll do some of like my pictures with quotes on them or things like that, at least so I know at least one good post for each day of the week, like 7 posts for that week. And then I can fill in the others with, say a workout picture or a recipe, or, usually every single day I have something about my kids on there. But yeah, and I think just remembering to be real. How do you get your coach? Okay. Remembering to really be real all the time. How do I coach my coaches to help them reach diamond? I mean, I honestly try and like have them follow in my footsteps of doing, every single day, the tracker. For any of my coaches that run challenges with me, one thing that I always did from the beginning was I would identify any of their challengers in the group that I thought would be good coaches. Because I think as a new coach, so challenger Alice and Marie both are rocking it. Have you mentioned to them about coaching? And most of the time they'd be like, no. Sometimes I would even send those people, messages like, hey, you're rocking this challenge. Have you ever thought about coaching? So I really think from the get-go, really, I think it's key of building your network, and honestly ask one person a day about joining your team. Now, whether that's following up with someone you've already asked, yes, I mean, definitely developing that recruiting culture from the challenge groups. People aren't posting a lot. I know it can be, tough in the challenge groups, but I still do just recommend, hey, if you want to continue with the Shakeology, you can get a discount just because, people, some people just want the discount, but they're not sure if they want to continue with the shakes if they don't have a discount. Yes, I've been doing the app for the most part. I've done some in Facebook still. It's funny because we just started a challenge on Monday, and one of the girls already was kicking butt and posting a lot, and she signed up to be a coach. It was one of my, coaches mentioned to her. Now, what's funny? I feel like my Facebook groups for the past couple months have been kind of slow with posting. So I don't know. I don't feel like it's less action. Yes, I do. I have had a lot of coaches say Facebook's better, but I've had a lot of challengers recently say they like the app much better. So I don't know. I think it's the app as well, but that's a huge team-wide one we're doing. So I think, honestly, I think one of the biggest keys that I did from the beginning is ask every single one of my challengers if they wanted to join my team as a coach. And I know for me, and some coaches on my team, they would just be like, well, I'm going to lose that commission though. And I have to say, I really just put that aside and thought, you know what, I don't care about the money right now. I really want to try and build a team. So I think that's key, is honestly inviting every single person in your challenge group that you think would be a decent coach, or someone that may not continue on Shakeology Home Direct unless they were to get the discount. I would just invite, or if there's other people, or some of your, close friends or family members or people in your community that that would be a good coach. I don't know. Hopefully that was helpful.
Yeah, that was. I've just had a lot of coaches say that their challengers like it better, and I love the app because I think it's freaking awesome. I scheduled all my stuff, and then it was like you check in every day and comment, but I like it way better.
Oh, me too. I posted all 21 days of my challenge post.
Yeah.
And and obviously.
Did you see how you can reuse them?
No.
Oh my gosh. So cool. Do you want me to show you really fast? I'll show everything really fast.
Yes. I didn't know you could do that.
You guys can chat too if you have any other questions, but I'll show you. this is so cool. Teresa Schroeder did a video on this. What am I looking for? Tracker. Oh, you know what? I need to go back to Safari. Sorry. Tracker. It's not pulling it up.
Is it Coach Portal?
Portal.
My tracker. My tracker.
Portal.
Oh.
There we go. My challenge tracker portal. That's kind of a weird name. Tracker portal. Okay. I'm hoping this. Okay, here we go. So yeah, if you go into your groups, go into this group. So post library.
Oh.
And it even has the posts that other coaches did. So you can copy and schedule again. So you can go back through all of your posts. It saves all of them.
Oh my God. That's amazing.
That's so cool. So you can go back to your day one and be like, okay, this was a good post, copy and schedule for day one or whatever. Like you can literally copy and schedule everything. It's amazing. And you can look at different groups. So these are the posts from a different group. And you can go through, copy and schedule. It's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, and I don't know if you get, I'm sure you know how to schedule the post, but all you do, if you want to add a new post, you can schedule them. I think I have a training video on it, but I thought that was pretty cool. So I'm selfishly like, I don't care if people don't like it. I like it.
Yeah. No, I know. Another thing I've been doing, I don't know if you guys do this, but live power hours 2 or 3 times a month. Where I'm just on a Zoom and other people get on and I set a timer and say, okay, for 10 minutes, let's do follow-ups, 10 minutes, work on social media posts. And I know for myself, it's a really productive hour. And I'll put like 10 minutes, like a Robin Sharma, YouTube personal development video or something at the beginning. And,
I love that.
Helpful.
Yeah, Tierney and I actually talked about doing that, and we just haven't pulled the trigger because both of us have been insane. But we're wanting to do it Saturday mornings. And my last soccer games are on Saturday, so after that, I am planning on implementing that and doing it Saturday mornings. But yeah, Jocelyn and Kara Jane have been running so like the activities.
Yeah, I think, just keep inviting to challenge groups, and once from the challenge group to the coaching opportunity.
Yeah, it's just like a process over and over and over again.
I think just honestly, the biggest thing is consistency.
Yep, for sure. Just knowing that every month you're going to run your group, then you're going to invite to coaching, and then you're going to, do all the same things over. So find what works and then just stick with it.
Mm-hmm.
Does anyone else have any questions? And belief, Tierney says, yes. I love that. Yeah, and I think that's why challengers make such great coaches, is because they already have that. You're not, they have done a program, they've gotten results, they love Shakeology, they love the group. So, that's there. I think for me, people that have been challengers and then coach have done way better than someone that just jumps into coaching.
Definitely.
Anyone else have any questions? You guys can unmute and ask a question if you want, or you can type a question. Ari, did you have a question? No? Okay.
Here's something.
I know.
I never know when there's no mute over it. Like, unless I go over my picture, I didn't know I wasn't muted.
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
No, I was muted, but I kept talking, and then
what were you saying?
I was trying to tell you the website for the My Challenge Tracker.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And then I said something else. I don't remember what.
Oh, have you guys Have you guys read this?
No, but I've heard a lot of people talk about it.
I just finished this book. It is really good.
Okay.
It's a good one. I mean, it's almost like though sometimes I would read it before I would go to bed at night, and I'm like, wait, I can't read this because there was like too many takeaways. It's a really, really good one. Robin Sharma, I love him right now.
Cool. I need a
Yeah.
new book.
Yes, he's awesome. Did you guys get the Wow book, the Todd Durkin? Just came
No.
out? I haven't read it yet. It's funny because Trina had posted about it. She's on the back of it, like her little
Oh,
review
cool.
about it.
He's on the call on Thursday, right?
Yeah. Yeah, the
That'll
book's
be
called
cool.
52 Ways to Motivate Your Mind, Inspire Your Soul, and Create Wow in Your Life.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm excited to hear him.
Yeah, definitely.
That'll be really good. And that's Thursday night, everyone, for our Team Rockstar Fit. So it should be a really good call. Jen, where are you at now in the business? Are you 4-star? 3-star?
No, I'm 3-star in my first business center and 1-star in my second. I'm like, damn it, why did that other diamond have to be in my second business center? But then there's someone else who, I don't know, she's working towards diamond. She's also in my second business center, so it would make that business center 2-star.
That's awesome.
It is, but I mean, I don't want to sound negative like this, but I don't think there's a possibility of 5-star. Just because I don't have, I can be 3-star and
this
2-star,
year.
but
You mean this for this year?
Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to end 3-star and 2-star. I wish they would combine so you could be 5-star altogether. But
they should. Well, but that's awesome. Vito actually says like you should go 2-star and then open another business center, go 2-star. Like that's how you create more income.
Yeah. I mean, it had gotten me down for a little while because I'm so motivated by goals. And, now I've just kind of been like, I just need to focus, not, compare myself to other people, keep doing what I'm doing, remember why I started this. Because that was a problem for me the last few months because I wasn't taking care of myself. I was taking care of my kids, my husband, my challengers, and my coaches, and not me. I mean, I was so stressed out. And so like my knees and my back were killing me. So I just started following the Whole30 like eating plan to see if that would help my knees. And it's amazing. Like my knees and my back have felt so much better. I'm not even getting on the scale because it's not about that to me. But I know I've like dropped weight and I've just been doing so much personal development. I've been working with Anna Render some, and I'm like, okay, I'm coming back to me. This is why I'm doing this. How do you have 2 business centers? I stepped out at one point. So once you become a 2-star diamond coach, so once you have a diamond on your right and a diamond on your left, you can open a second business center. And the cool thing with that second business center is that you start building that second business center and that goes under one of your legs. So all that volume drives up. So like right now, so I made my second business center. Once I opened that up, I just added all my new coaches to that and got that to diamond. And then one of my coaches in that second business center is a diamond. So that's why it's 3-star first business center, 1-star second business center. So yeah, and it's cool because once you hit 2-star, you get the quarterly 2-star bonus from Beachbody just from being a 2-star diamond coach, which lately it's been like $900. And I'm like, whenever that comes, I'm like, sweet, that's an extra $900. And then I think once you hit like 5-star, you get like another one. So important to check back in with why you're doing this business. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it was like a lot of self-reflection. I was like, okay, I'm like miserable right now. I was like hating my husband because I just wasn't feeling good about myself. I couldn't complete many workouts. I was like, I feel like crap. And the problem was too, you guys that have kids can relate. Like my kids would drive me crazy sometimes. So at night, like I would pour a big glass of wine and I would literally just eat, like shove some goldfish in my mouth and just be like, and then I'm like, what is that doing for me? You know what I mean? Like I would eat clean and be good all day. And I mean, now it's been like 2.5 weeks on this and I just feel so much better. And I'm like, this is how I felt when I, was, taking care of myself and everything. So
I can so relate. I feel like I've been like kind of down lately. I'm coming out of it, but you have those peaks and valleys, those funks or whatever. And nutrition is so key. Like if you're eating like crap, you feel like crap, and yeah, you're like irritable if you're not getting your workouts in. Like there's always, if you look at those vital behaviors, there's definitely something you're not doing.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
If things are sucking.
Well, it's so funny too, because I've been so crazy that ever since I hit Success Club 10 in October 2013, I was like, I can't miss it. I can't miss it. So yesterday I was at Success Club 6 at 8:00 at night, but I knew 2 people definitely wanted to order Core de Force Challenge Pack. And part of me was like, who cares, Jen? Screw it. You got 6 points. But I was like, no. Well, the link was not working for these 2 people to order it. They're like, I'll just try it tomorrow. And I was like, no, you have to order. Finally, they both were able to get it in. And then I woke up today and saw like their orders went through. I was like, okay, thank goodness, because I'm over here like stressing. And then I was like, no, it's fine. It's fine. It was just kind of funny.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think going back to your why and why you're doing it, and you have to like give yourself some grace. Like you have 3 kids,
Yeah.
like, you are not Bonnie Engel that
has
yeah. 18 hours a day to work if she wants to. Like, and Tierney, you have your other business. Like we don't have, and I'm not trying to make excuses for where she's where she is. It's amazing, but she can literally work her business 12 hours a day.
Yeah.
And most of us on here do not have 12 hours a day to work our business. So you can't compare, our 3 hours a day or 2 or 1 or whatever you get to spend on your business to someone that can spend a lot more time on it. So give yourself some grace and just, try your hardest, get in your groove, and be the best you for sure.
Definitely.
I love that, Lisa.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. I think Tierney wants me to close out because her internet's being weird. So we appreciate you so much. This was such a great call. I needed to hear a lot of the stuff that you said. So I really appreciate it. Anyone else have any last minute words or anything?
Oh, thank you. I love you too.
And all right, what's your favorite to end us? What's your favorite inspirational quote?
The average person is not doing this right now.
Oh, I love that. That's awesome.
No, I know. Well, that's just one I have written right in front of me, but I like that because I always tell my coaches, like, when you're sitting there and you're like, oh, like the average person is not doing this right now. Also, like,
I love that.
Your dream one size too big. She believed she could, so she did.
I have that.
My favorite book, and this will be the last thing, is one of them is Keep Going, The Art of Perseverance. And there's so many good quotes in there. It really helped me. I won't get into this, but after I went through my divorce, after my son was born, it's a really, really good book. That was the only time I didn't even really think of it as personal development. A friend gave it to me. And then once I started coaching, I was like, oh, wait, this is kind of like this stuff.
Yeah.
It's a good book.
Yeah, and you need that personal development, like especially in times when you're just like feeling down and like it's like that's how you fight through it.
Yeah. For sure.
So thank you so much. You're so awesome and we loved having you, and thanks for everyone hopping on.
Thank you guys.
We will talk to you later. We'll